The Chennai Police has launched an experimental initiative involving school children under Class 8. They're asking them, under a program called Super Kid Cop, to observe their drivers every day as they travel back and forth to their school and homes. It could be their parents driving, it could be their auto wallas, it could be their school bus drivers. And with me, Nakshatra, who today observed her dad's driving. What all did you do?
I have taught my dad's driving.
Okay. How did your dad drive today?
He drove properly.
Okay. And what are the aspects you looked at?
He stopped at the signal properly,
Okay.
and then he wore his seat belt.
Okay.
He did not do excessive of honking,
Okay.
and then he followed the traffic signals.
Okay. Do you think parents and other drivers will start following rules if children do this every day?
Yes,
It's a good initiative.
yes,
And do you want to become a police sometime?
no,
And are you able to understand traffic rules better now?
yes, yeah, I can.
Earlier you didn't know about these.
I know it. I know.
And let's also speak to Mr. Pradeep, the dad. How was the experience being monitored by your daughter?
I think it was a great experience, sir. Especially when you're being monitored by your children. I mean, we all love our children so much, right? Um, so when they ask questions that, "But Dad, why you're not wearing seatbelts? Why you're doing excessive honking? Why you're not stopping at the signal properly?" I think we tend to care for them, and
Right.
for them, we at least for them we try to do the things properly in the right way. So I think it's a great initiative.
Were you conscious of your driving today?
Yes. Yes, to an extent, I was little conscious. Yes.
And it's a 12-day experiment. Do you
Yes.
think this could bring about a change in the way, be it parents or the drivers, the way they drive?
Definitely, sir. I think by end of this 12 days, I think the children would have brought so much influence on the driving behavior of the parents. So definitely there will be a lot of change observed, and it is all better and good for the I mean, good for the city. People are going to follow much more strictly the traffic rules. So
Right.
it's all good initiative.
I have with me Tanisha, a class 6 student. In fact, her parents have arranged this private van to take her to school and she just monitored the driver. Tanisha, what did you find today?
I find the van uncle didn't put the seat belt,
Okay,
and he followed all the traffic rules.
okay. And would you do this with your parents also?
Yeah, tomorrow I will be doing.
What does your father use or mother?
My father is driving bike.
Okay. And what have you observed so far?
My father is following all the traffic rules,
Okay.
and nothing is this that.
And are you able to understand traffic rules better now because you're studying about this now?
Yeah, I understand.
And will you follow traffic rules better when you grow up?
Yeah, I will be follow.
Okay. And do you think when children do this exercise, like the drivers, the parents, auto wallas, do you think they all will change the way they drive? They'll become more disciplined?
Yeah,
You think so?
yeah, I think so.
ஓகே. இந்த பாப்பா சொல்றாங்க சீட் பெல்ட் நீங்க மாட்டலன்னு. இந்த மாதிரி குழந்தைங்க பார்த்து பேச ஆரம்பிக்கும்போது இது மாற்றம் வரும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா?
கண்டிப்பா மாற்றம் வரும் சார். ஏற்கனவே பசங்க வந்து சொல்லிட்டாங்க, "அங்கிள் சீட் பெல்ட் போடணும்னு" பசங்க சொல்லிட்டாங்க. சீட் பெல்ட் வாங்கி வச்சிருக்கிறேன். பட் டைம் இல்ல அத மாத்தணும். ஏன்னா இப்ப போனா உடனே மாத்த மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க. அது இதுவா இருக்கு. அதெல்லாம் வாங்கி வச்சுட்டேன். அது
எந்த அளவுக்கு முக்கியம் சீட் பெல்ட் போடுறது?
கண்டிப்பா முக்கியமானது சார். எனக்கு எனக்கு சேஃப்டி நான் வேணும். நான் என்ன நம்பி வர பசங்கள நான் சேஃப்டியா கொண்டு போணும். நான் கிட்டத்தட்ட 40 வருஷமா ஓட்டுறேன். இந்த அண்ணா ஆஃபீஸ்ல வந்து 34 வருஷமா வண்டி நான் ஓட்டுறேன். ஆனா ஏற்கனவே அவங்க
ஏன்
சொல்லிட்டாங்க.
வண்டியில சீட் பெல்ட் இல்லாம இருக்கு?
சீல் பெல்ட் அது அறுந்து போய் சார். சீட் இது பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் போடல அறுத்துட்டாங்க. அதை எடுத்து மாட்டல. அதை மாட்டிடுவேன். ஏற்கனவே ஒரு வாரத்துக்கு முன்னே சொல்லிட்டாங்க, "அங்கிள் சீல் பெல்ட் போடுன்னு" சொல்லிட்டாங்க. நான் போட்டுக்கிறேன்னு. அதே நேரத்தில் நாங்கள் டக்கு டக்குன்னு டோர் திறந்து எடுத்துட்டாலும் அது சில நேரத்தில் இது பண்ணுறதில்ல.
Thank you.
ஓகே.
Lawrence, the driver, says already the children have told him that he has to fix the seat belt. He says that because of some change in the vehicle to fix this platform, the seat belt was removed and he has bought a new one. Very soon he'll fix it. He says he realizes that seat belt is important for his own safety and also for the safety of the children he transports. We come to you from the Alpha CBSE Higher Secondary School in Chennai, and this is class 8. These children have just got their Super Kid Cop cards, and the team has just explained to them. Let's speak to a few children here. You said Vishwas,
Yeah, Vishwas.
and tell me, how do you come to school?
My dad drops me in his Activa,
Okay.
and he usually wears helmet, and I also wear a helmet. All every time we do that, but sometimes I think that he honks a lot, and sometimes when I am late, he wants to leave me early, so that's why he takes some shortcuts and breaks some rules of the traffic police. So I don't like that. But from today, as this super kid cop card says that I will mark my yes or no's in this card, and I will try to reduce as many no's as I can. And
Do you
I,
understand the concept behind this?
yeah, totally I understood the concept behind this, as this card tells all the rules that we should follow while driving.
And Nidhi, you also get dropped by your father.
Yes, my dad drops me.
And any particular areas where he needs to improve?
Yeah, he must wear helmet in some places. In short distance, he does not wear his helmet, and he breaks traffic rules. Sometimes he breaks the signals also. So yeah, by this little cop card, I will like reduce the no's and increase the yes, and I'll make sure he follows all the laws.
Are you turning into a lady cop?
Yes.
And do you wear helmet when you come?
No.
So again, you have to change now.
Yes.
Do you have one?
Yeah. I do have my cycle helmet.
Okay. Tell me, when children involve themselves in this kind of an exercise, will parents listen? Will this bring about a change in their traffic behavior?
Yeah, because as we are so close to our parents, parents will of course listen to us and try to understand our point of views and make sure they follow them as much as possible, and they will try to change themselves maybe.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Let's also speak to the principal and teachers. Ma'am, thank you very much for your time. What made your school say yes for this kind of an experimental project by the police?
I think this was a wonderful initiative by the police, the Super Kid Cop, and I'm sure this is going to bring about a lot of change in the society that we are looking for. Early morning conditions and traffic conditions are really horrible, and with all these accidents that we hear and we read in the paper, we see that's because of someone who has not followed the rules. And I think this is a wonderful initiative where the children speak to their parents. And what better way to do it? Because I think children love their parents and the parents love their children. And I'm sure there's going to be a good response from not only the parents but also the siblings. Because it is these teenagers, many times we see that they do not follow the rules, break the rules, and jump the traffic signals, do not wear the helmets. And I'm sure this is going to bring about a lot of change in the society which we are looking for, and a better roads and a safe roads for all of us to ride and to drive.
Right. And ma'am, if you can come this side, are you excited about implementing this project?
Yes, very much. Thanks to VIII and our management, Alpha management, who has allowed to conduct this in the school, because I feel the children is the future. So if they become responsible through this, that is what I suppose VIII is trying to do, to make children more responsible towards the future, and at the same time bring in their parents also to be more responsible towards road safety, so that we make the road safer for everyone.
Within you work with several schools. What kind of trends you see now?
In regard to trends, schools are actually welcoming us. They're welcoming the new initiatives. The schools also looking, especially after pandemic, I would say, schools feel that students need much of holistic learning. So, for example, now what we are doing, the Super Kid Cop, there are a lot of things which schools are actually trying to initiate, and organizations like us, young Indians, we cover a lot of things.
Any success stories? Any reluctance you hear about?
One of the things when we did at the Gumadipundi Commissionerate, there we reached out to a lot of schools. There were particular students from villages who came back to the police station and said that, my uncle is not wearing a helmet, my neighbor is not wearing a helmet. that made people understand, because gone are the days where we stand on the road, hold the placards. So we thought, why don't we communicate when we say India is a youthful country? So why don't we communicate starting with the school kids, make them future ready, and this is the easiest medium. It will make them learn.
We come to you from the Anna Adarsh Matriculation Higher Secondary School in Chennai, which is implementing this project. And with me, the correspondent, the principal, teachers, and students. Let's talk to them about the impact this project is making. What kind of a difference you see among children?
Good morning. We're seeing that children are tutoring the parent, and this initiative of the police along with young Indians has helped the children, first to understand that there are certain things that have to be done on road, and carrying this message home is, I think, a great gesture. Punjab Station has always been children centric, and all our endeavors are, guiding the children to be practically prepared for life. So I think it's a very good initiative.
You are, of course, not part of this project, but you see changes happening among parents. It's impacting
I
parents.
see my sister teaching my parent to wear helmet while going. She's asking for a helmet to wear while traveling because it is there in the first itself to wear. They have asked both herself and my parent. So I see my sister. It is grateful to see my sister teaching my parent. Uh,
Are they listening?
First, of course, they refused, and then slowly to record, my sister started forcing them to, yes,
Okay.
you have to do. She started forcing them, and then slowly they have, okay. At least for my sister, my parents to follow everything, and they started changing everything. Now they are all always
Right.
they have in mind that it is being noted. My
Uh,
sister is noting it.
right. What kind of violations you see when you regulate traffic on the road?
In general, we see they don't follow the traffic rules mainly, and then honking the horns. I have second one. They should wear a seat belts in the car. My sister, as she said, my father also drive more cars. My sister says to drive wear seat belts for the recording as well. She has said to wear.
You believe changes could happen?
Yeah, really, it will happen as student.
All right. And do you understand traffic rules better now?
Yeah. After as not as road safety,
Right.
as a citizen we have to in general we have to follow all the rules. After receiving these cards, students may at least see the pictures and then they
Right.
can
we have
identify
learned
the,
we have learned road safety rules in road safety patrol in our club, and now we have got chance to teach my
Right.
sisters and my juniors
Right.
kids to.
as an activity they are doing their work as.
Okay. And ma'am, the principal with us. Long term, what is your aim? What kind of changes you expect happening?
In the days to come, we have decided to have the RSP girls in teams so that they'll help us out, and they will educate the parents to wear the helmets and to bear the documents with them, driving license, so that they will follow the traffic rules. They will not violate, and we'll also see to it the autos are not overcrowded, and even the vans which is operating, they will not carry many children than the number required. So we will take a drastic step, and in days to come, definitely we can see the changes.
Do you think children, long term, could be agents of change in this case, bringing about changes among parents, drivers?
And if we keep insisting certain points, definitely we can see a very drastic change, a radical change, I can say. We are we
Right.
believe in it, and we can see that changes very
Right.
soon.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Ma'am, you both work with children, briefing them and ensuring that they execute this well. How does it happen?
Eight, 6 to 8, 6 to 8. We just give them because a little bit of thing. Small children, we are just telling simple things like wearing helmet or to see how parents are going. At least they know the main three signals. Under primary children, they know the signals, so they tell the parents it's red, you should not go. So those things we keep on telling. So obviously, we think if we keep on insisting or keep on repeating these things regularly with breaks, so they'll be improved.
Did you get a chance to look at these cards, ma'am? What kind of a trend you see?
First of all, I would like to accept to this Super Kids Cops. Of course, real. It's truth. The it will avoid the complaints will be avoiding soon, and it takes the result. Good result it takes.
In how many days?
Mm, how many days? I don't know. It depends on the parent and the students are
Right,
very
right,
this insisting papa papa mama mama
right,
no
right.
no. So they will easily they will obey. Even parent will obey to the students.
And how does the school plan to take it forward now?
I think this will have an impact. I think our schools will see a lot of change, and as a team, we can assure you and young Indians that we will stay along with this program, and not just with these 12 rides.
Right.
We want to take it forward with more cards being filled and see that it is bringing a change.
Right.
With the end in mind, we will have to work.
And with me, Mr. Shankar Jiwal, the Commissioner of Police for Greater Chennai. So thank you very much for your time. What's the larger purpose behind this interesting, innovative attempt?
The purpose behind is to get students involved. Catch them young is the idea. Every time we are doing an awareness campaign about traffic, everything, we're getting people who are the users, road users in traffic. But point is that there has to be imprint right from the childhood, which somehow is missing. So by the time they are real road users, they have already a set pattern in their mind about traffic, the way it is, and the way they need to behave in that. So below 8 standard, we cannot really bring them on the road for any regulation, etc. It's hazardous for them. So we are trying to just get them involved so that they become a part of an experiment with us, where they feel that they are helping traffic in improving a bit, as well as for us the benefiting to have a feedback, an omnibus feedback from about almost 1 lakh students. We have almost distributed about 5,000 plus to them, and this experiment most probably, if found successful, we will further expand it.
So, what are the parameters on which they would observe the drivers?
Yeah, it's a small card, and it's both in Tamil and English.
All right.
Where on for each ride, for example, let us say a kid starts his day on a two-wheeler with his father or her father to school. Now he observes whether the father is putting helmet or not.
Right.
So one of the tick is the driver putting a helmet on the way back, or the same week she is being driven around on a car to a relative's house. So whether seat belts are worn or not, whether when the light was red, did they stop at stop line or not.
Mhm.
There are 12 parameters, like whether they were excessive honking by the person.
Right.
For example, they use school bus, and they find that the driver is honking, excessive honking is there. So that kind of thing, they take all this. It's a very neutral observation on behalf of them. We are not guiding them too much or tutoring.
Right.
Maybe we will have some of it as a data which has to be discarded also, but among 1 lakh, we'll definitely get some pattern of the thing as to how children see it.
Do you think, in a sense, this could bring about a change in driving among the parents or auto drivers? They'll be more compliant.
I don't expect a sudden change one day itself, but if we keep hammering this in
Right.
repeatedly, and we are trying to give, like for example, e-certificate, we will see if one children has a pretty bad experience all throughout, then call her or him and find out what the reason is. In that case, some adult counseling, etc. We will do it. I cannot say that this is right now a totally defined path as of now. We will see how it comes, and we will play by the ear. We will evolve as we go with that.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. And that was Mr. Shankar Jiwal, the Commissioner of Police for Greater Chennai, talking to us in Chennai with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find TV.